Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Smith from Kaufman High School and in the Counseling Center, and I'm here to talk to you about scholarships today. If you are a freshman, sophomore, or junior watching this video for some reason, that's great. You're doing the right things, and there are a few scholarships available to you, but this is primarily for seniors at Kaufman High School this year. So, you can see on the first slide there that my email is csmith@kaufman-isd.net. And that's a great thing to utilize. I am the only counselor that deals with scholarships. If you email the other two, they will send your email straight to me. So it's just best if you just go ahead and send it straight to me. So happy to talk with you guys, and some of you I'll step foot in the English classrooms for this year, and you'll see me. And I'll pass out one of these fancy purple sheets of paper, and that's the local scholarship, but we'll talk about that in a second. So things I really want you to know. Easy as cake to go to our website, so www.kaufmanisd.net, and then you'll go to the high school page, and then over that you'll find the Counseling Center, and on Counseling Center you'll go down to scholarships, and there's 4 buttons on that scholarship page that I really want to talk to you about today. The first one's local scholarships, and that's where you'll see this aforementioned purple sheet. It'll be on white on there, the link for it, but that's the primary piece that you need to access for Kaufman High School, and that's the easiest way for you to get scholarships or qualify for scholarships this year. Those scholarship applications are due December 3rd to my office, some way, somehow. So you can email it to me, but I would also make sure, double check that I get the email. If you bring it to my office, make sure and put it in the basket outside my door, and it's always safe practice to make it a point to just double check and see that I got it. Other notes on that site that you'll see on there, there is a TV-CC dual credit scholarship, and for those of you that may be sophomores or juniors and looking to qualify for some things, TV-CC does this every year. Those are due April 15th of that year in order to qualify for those, and that helps offset some of those dual credit colleges. There's a couple other buttons up there as well. One of them is helpful links for the most part, or that has outside scholarship opportunities. These always question or kind of caution students to look through, make sure that it's something that they want to do. These require a lot of digging on your part. And it's either an essay contest or some sort of project or video contest. All of them are unique in their own way, and they're tougher to get sometimes, but does the end justify the means, and can you reap the rewards? Absolutely, if you're willing to put forth the effort on that. So just kind of click around on them, and that is something that you can do. Anything that comes to our offices, I post on that website. So some of them have deadlines that are up already, and some of them have TBD on there, for meaning that the deadline is to be determined. So check back early and check back often. They are in chronological order on there, so make sure and take care of business on that. And then the last thing I'd like to talk to you about is that other side, or the other button on there. And this is just helpful links that you can click on, and I try and give you in parentheses what each side is talking about. Noteworthy items that you need to pay attention to. The first order of business that you have to do in order to qualify for scholarships and grants is filling out the FAFSA, and the FAFSA opens up October 1st. There's a lot of schools out there, or you may have heard rumors out there saying that your parents make too much money or you're not going to qualify for it. Whereas in reality, a lot of these schools have a certain allotment of funds that they give out on a first come, first served basis. And the quicker that you get that filled out, the more likely you are to receive funds. So get on that, make it a point to have your parents help you out with their tax information. That's the main thing that students get hung up on. So any non-citizens, there is another website that you can go to that's TAFSA. There's links on the slideshow right there that you can check out. And just make sure and just use the Kaufman ISD link above to complete any other scholarships that we had talked about. Next, primarily speaking about that local scholarship, remember the purple sheet that I talked to you about. The easiest way to qualify for any scholarships is through that, because think of it this way. You're competing against 250 to 300 classmates in this realm for these type of scholarships versus statewide contests that are going to have millions, and then national ones that are going to have multi-millions. The due date is a hard deadline of December 3rd. Make sure that you take care of business on that. There's plenty of time to work on it. No exceptions will be made, so just take care of business on that. Incomplete applications will not be considered either. So that's something else that you need to make sure that you're taking care of business on every single bit of it. So if you're curious about how the selection process works for it, there are 3 faculty members here at KHS that will take care of business on that. They will analyze and scrutinize and go through and select the 3, or not the 3, but multiple people that are the best candidates to receive scholarships. And finally, some helpful tips. Be proactive. Take care of business early and take care of business often. It's one of those things that you just got to make sure that you're on top of your business and out of sight, out of mind, where you don't have to worry about it anymore. The rule of 3 is what I always like to talk to students about as far as applications to colleges. That means apply to that dream school where if everything goes your way, you get into that school that is the best thing ever, that's the absolute dream that you go to. The second school that you need to apply to is also one that is right up your alley with standards that you've met, that you have the right GPA, you're in the right class rank in your graduating class, that you have all kinds of exceptional traits about you that would qualify you to probably get into that school. And then the third one is your safety net school, where if everything goes bad or if things go south or something unforeseen happens with your family or your personal circumstances, that you can fall back on. That's always a great thing to have out there, and it's fantastic, and a lot of students do end up having to go that route. That doesn't mean that that's the end result either, because you can always transfer to schools that you're looking to go to towards the end. Best thing I can tell you is the great thing about scholarships and grants are you minimize the amount of student debt that you accrue. Loans are not a bad thing. They are a necessary evil, is the unfortunate truth in life. But minimize. If you feel like you can handle a job whenever you're in college and offset some of the expenses that you're accruing, then do so. And finally, this is your future. Own it. That's the main thing that I always tell students anytime they come and visit me in my office or any other outside institution. I tell my own family members that too. And ultimately, power is yours. Thanks, guys. I'm here if you need me. Come and see me.